As y'all know, I just moved into my new place. So before anyone starts clutching their pearls, yes, there is a mess. Yes, there is chaos. No, I don't live like this on a regular. I just had a lot to unbag, literally and emotionally. But here we go. I kept avoiding my room because it was the biggest project. It was like walking into a live action episode of I'll do it tomorrow. But every time I passed by, it whispered, fix me. And I wanted to whisper back, mind your business and drink your water. Until finally, I did something about it. During all this chaos, I found out that I have ADHD. And honestly, suddenly, a lot of stuff clicked. Like, oh. So that's why I can hyper focus on one drawer for 3 hours, but then forget I even have a whole rest of my house to clean. 2 other bedrooms, 2 other bathrooms, a kitchen, and a living room. But here's where it gets tricky, y'all. Labels, helpful, yes. Whole personality, though, nah. I'm still figuring out what ADHD means for me, how much of it I claim, how much of it I can challenge. I'm still learning not to label every single thing about me just because someone finally gave it to me. Because those labels are dangerous. What I did know was that I wanted my room to feel like me, just elevated. An upscale sitting area with a little bit of content queen energy. A place I can record, unwind, maybe have a glass of wine and say, you did it, girl. The grass wall with the pink neon that says hello gorgeous. Every time I walk in, yeah, that was a non-negotiable. That wall, for me, it took me a while to purchase because it's kind of like the anchor for my whole room. I knew I wanted a neon vibe. I knew I wanted a grass wall, but I didn't know what I wanted it to say. I wanted to be very, very intentional about what my neon wall said, because I wanted it to be a word of affirmation. I wanted it to be a good start to my day. I wanted it to be true. I didn't want it to just be aesthetic. So that wall was kind of the anchor for the whole room. Like, if nothing else, if I do nothing else today, my grass wall is given. It was the first piece of the puzzle that actually felt right. It was kind of how I knew what I wanted the tone of my room to be. And honestly, I needed it. I needed something in the room that was already finished, already cute, already saying, girl, you got this. Now, don't get me wrong. By the time I got done finishing putting up that thing, my thumbs hurt so bad. The tip of my thumbs hurt so bad. And if you know, you know. If you have one of these grass walls, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you know exactly why it hurt. I'm talking about all the way into the next day. I even woke up and my fingers were hurting. But all right, y'all, here we go. Back on track. Now, the rest of my room, it wasn't so cute. I had drawers that were basically junk jungles. I had bags full of random, I'll sort this later, and an alarming amount of tangled cords, chargers that I have been looking for years that probably don't even go to anything that I still own right now. I kept opening things and closing them right back like, not today. Classic ADHD move. If you know, you know. Avoiding the hard stuff until it screams. Here's what I have learned, though. Organization isn't just about where things go. It's about making my brain feel like it can breathe. Like, okay, here we go. For example, if I put something in a drawer and I forgot about it forever, that is not organization. That's just hiding what's overwhelming me. So now I'm finding systems that actually work for me. I've learned clear bins, open shelves, stuff I can see without it screaming at me. There's a difference between visual noise and visual access, and I'm still learning how to walk that line. And while we're being honest, sometimes organizing for me turns into a 12-step distraction, and it spirals. I started with a sock drawer and ended up reading old birthday cards and deep diving into my skincare expiration dates. I'll call that the ADHD productivity trap. We look productive, but the mission still unaccomplished. But I mean well. And now the room breathes with me. It's not perfect, neither am I, but it's mine, it's calm. I still have a little bit more that I would love to do and complete. After weeks of overwhelming avoidance though, and little victories here and there, so getting started, I finally walk in here and I feel proud. This room is not just clean, it's claimed. Okay? It's mine. In every sense. The mess, the progress, the awkwardly half-done moments. When I was like, why did I even start this? All of it matters because it wasn't about moving stuff around. It was about moving through something. Through burnout, through distraction, through that voice that kept saying, you'll never finish this. Y'all, I've spent years thinking I was lazy or disorganized or too much. Turns out I just needed different tools and more grace. Now I'm learning to work with my brain and not against it. That's what this room represents. Not just a finished space, but a reminder that I'm figuring it out slowly, messily, and beautifully. And every time I walk in and see that sign, I remember exactly who I am. Hello, gorgeous. Bye.